Emotional unavailability is the root of all evil in relationship. What will actually change this in the relationship is 1, effective communication, and 2, boundaries. I'm going to show you a way to talk about it. This is what I call my language of vulnerability, LOV, speaking the truth in love. This is my bend method. B is for behavior, E, emotions, N, needs, D, desires. Bend to snap out of it. Corny, cheesy, call it whatever. Remember it. When our partner is emotionally unavailable, it results in behaviors in us. We might constantly seek reassurance. Do you love me? If I was a worm, would you love me? If I died tomorrow, would you replace me? It breeds insecurity and makes you ask all these questions about yourself. Notice the behavior, and 2, put it into context. Behavior is what you can explicitly observe. Language around this is really important. If you're saying, hey, when you're mad at me, they're like, I'm not mad at you. Say, okay, when you were just talking for a little bit and then you're not talking and you're zoning out. After I said something about this, which is something I know, which something you've explained that you don't like before. Be explicit and talk about what you can observe, okay? This is a boundaried way to understand, to communicate with someone. So first, it's noticing the behavior in you. Notice your behavior, their behavior, and the context that it is happening in. You have to, when it comes to behavior, this has to be expressed, observable things. When you think about it, when you're looking at you and your partner or even yourself, there are physical boundaries there. They are there for a reason. You do not know what someone is thinking, feeling, what their intentions are. You do not have the last say on that. All you can say is what you have observed. So what is expressed, which is what behavior is. Now, these parts right here, emotions, needs, desires, are the internal boundaries. They are things that only you can know for sure. If someone's like, you're always mad at me, it's like, you can't possibly know that. Like, maybe there's some truth in it, right? But like, this is where emotional and verbal abuse like becomes so toxic, is when you let someone else dictate your internal world more than what you think. Kind of lose your sense of self. This is what makes up your internal world and your internal sense of self. So we've noticed the behavior and we've put it into expressed and observable information. Now what we need to do next is to figure out these 3 things. How it makes you feel, I feel, I need, desires, I want. When you did this, I do this, and this can be an internal process. I honestly think you need to do this a lot internally before you express it, so you can get it right, and so you can be loving about it and truthful and not hurtful, okay? When you're only, let me say one thing. When you're only talking about behavior, hey, you're doing this, and you're doing this, this, and this, and this is why it's wrong. You're speaking like immorality. That is criticism, okay? When you're only talking about behavior, it is criticism. This is different when you're saying how someone's behavior affects you, affects your internal world, affects how you feel, affects your needs, and affects your desires. The goal in relationships is to be honest and open about this stuff in a constructive way, speaking the truth in love. Hey, when you shut down earlier, when you looked away, when you like zoned out on your phone for 10 minutes in the middle of our conversation, I felt ignored and misunderstood. It's important to put things in context, because different contexts are going to result in different emotions and different things. In this situation, in this relationship, I really want to be connected to you. I love you. I care about how you feel. I care about how my behavior makes you feel. And I need openness and honesty. That is going to help me feel secure and trustworthy, that in trusting and secure in this relationship. What you're doing with this bend method is not only communicating the innermost parts of you, but you're also getting to know yourself and learning to like trust and love yourself. If you can do this stuff without judgment, That is the key. Now, a lot of times we do this and we're like, oh, that's so stupid that we need reassurance. Like, I do all of this for you. I cook for you. I clean for you. I buy you stuff. I post you on social media. It's so stupid that you would feel insecure. When that comes up, just notice it. I mean, we saw it in this guy's video. He's like, oh, here we go again. Like, she needs reassurance. Neither of them are really saying what is really happening, okay? This is not just made up stuff, by the way. I'm a couples therapist. This is what I help people learn about themselves. And when they learn things in this way and how to communicate it, guess what? No more problems. Either their relationship makes total sense and it, like, in a calm way, they realize maybe it's not for them, or it brings them closer to their partner. Again, this is just the first part, communicating this with yourself, understanding this in yourself, and then communicating it with your partner. When it comes to real relationship change, it's not just words that matter, it's also actions. I'll do another video on boundaries, but this is the method to use when having these issues or unwanted behaviors that you want to change.